Good afternoon, everybody. The quarterfinals of the Cricket World Cup in India began today. It was the first quarterfinal between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Pakistan favourites, been brilliant throughout this World Cup. It was played in Calcutta on a hard, flattish pitch, and Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat first. And as you can see with this match, it went exactly the way in which it was expected to. Everything was blurry. Still blurry. Not blurry anymore. As you can see, Pakistan, absolutely emphatic performance, but the pitch wasn't as flat as it was. The spinners really got a lot of joy out of this match. The spinners really, both teams struggled against the spin, as you can see by the man of the match there. But Pakistan won the toss and let the bat first on what was supposedly a hard, flat pitch. It was flat when you were playing against the fast bowlers, but if you were playing with spinners, both teams struggled against the spinners. Pakistan pretty consistent throughout. That middle order, absolutely fantastic. 32 for Ramiz Raja, 33 for Mansur Akhtar, 37 for Salim Malik, 1 for Javed Mindad. And then that middle order, 39 of 29 deliveries for Wasim Akram, promoted to number 5. Ijaz Ahmed, terrific, 77 off just 72 deliveries, 56 of just 50 deliveries for the captain Imran Khan, his first 50 of the tournament, 4 not out for Mansur Eli in his first appearance of the tournament, and 11 not out for wicketkeeper Salim Yusuf. 297 for 7. That is the highest ever total in a World Cup knockout match. Should point out that is the highest ever total in a World Cup knockout match. Pakistan's 297 for 7. As you can see, the spinners did pretty well. 2 for 45 for Sigavan Janathan. 37 for 1 for De Silva. 47 for 1 also for Don Asuri. 58 for 1, and what has turned out to be a disappointing tournament for Ravi Ranekar. 53 for 1 for Vertan John. He ends the tournament with 11 wickets, and 0 for 52 for Asanfa Demel. 297 for 7, and as you can see, the response from Sri Lanka, they got off to an appalling start. They were 38 for 3 from the first 9 overs, and from then on in, it was about them trying to survive a full 50 overs. 8 for Rajan Mahanama, a duck for Brendan Kurupu on his return. 22 for Ravi Ranekar, 12 for Rajan Madagali. Ranatunga ended what has been an okay tournament with 30. He got out to some poor shots. There were some really poor shots throughout the innings. 38 not out for Avinda De Silva off 91 deliveries, and a 58 off 103 deliveries for Dulit Mendes, his first 50 of the tournament, in what is probably his last World Cup match. The Sri Lankan captain showing a little bit of fight. There was also ducks for Asanfa Demel and Shanaf Jaganthian, 1 out for 1 not out for Vayaten John towards the end. But I should point out, towards the end of the innings, as you can see there, they went from 173 for 5 to 173 for 8. 173 for 8. That's because history was made today. Abdul Qadir becoming the second bowler in this World Cup, and the second bowler in World Cup history to get a hat-trick in World Cup cricket. He bowled Mendes for 58 off 103 deliveries. He then got Demel for a duck, and then a poor shot from Sanfam Jadayan, caught by wicketkeeper Salim Yusuf, completed his hat-trick. So Abdul Qadir becoming the second bowler to get a hat-trick in Cricket World Cup history, and the second bowler in this World Cup alone. He ended up with figure, and he's also only the second Pakistani bowler to get a hat-trick in a one-day international after Wasim Akram a few months ago against this very same opposition in Lahore. As you can see, 4 for 40 for Abdul Qadir in a man of match performance, which included his hat-trick. 2 for 30, 23 for Tusif Ahmed. Their spinners were just absolutely unplayable, to be honest with you. 0 for 32 for Mansur Eli. 1 for 13 for Imran Khan. He only bowled 3 overs. And gave himself a rest, probably, presumably, to save himself for the semi-final against either Australia or the West Indies. 0 for 34 for Wasim Akram. 0 for 5. He bowled 3 overs towards the end. Javi Mindrad for 5 runs. And 30 for 0 for Salim Malik. But yeah, spinners dominating. 2 for 32 for off spinner Tusif Ahmed, and 4 for 40 for Abdul Qadir, which included a brilliant hat-trick, the second hat-trick of this World Cup, and only the second hat-trick by a Pakistani bowler in one-day international cricket. They backed with 450 overs in the end, Sri Lanka. Final outcome, Pakistan versus Sri Lanka at Calcutta. Pakistan won the toss on a hard pitch and elected to bat first. They made 297 for 7 from their 50 overs, the highest total in a World Cup knockout match. Sri Lanka got off to a bit poor start and batted out their full 50 overs, 184 for 8 from 50 overs. Pakistan winning emphatically by 113 runs. And man of the match for his 4 for 40, which included the second hat-trick in World Cup history, Abdul Qadir of Pakistan. He's had a good couple of games. He hit the winning runs in that thrilling match against the West Indies only 5 days ago, and now he's taken a hat-trick. The first hat-trick by a Pakistan bowler in World Cup cricket, and only the second hat-trick in World Cup cricket, and the second hat-trick in this tournament. Emphatic win for Pakistan, and they continue to impress in this tournament. This is what it means. Pakistan through to the semi-finals. They'll either play West Indies or Australia in the first semi-final. West Indies versus Australia is tomorrow's match. But let's have a look at the star players. They've not really been too much to shout about, really. Let's have a look at the Sri Lankan star players and see what their tournament has been like. Well, average of 10 for Ravi Raneka with a bat, 54 runs in 5 innings at an average of 10, but only 5 wickets in 6 matches, an average of 51. He's had a terrible tournament, and that's the reason why Sri Lanka has struggled throughout this World Cup. As for Avunda Ranatunga, 232 runs in 5 innings at an average of 77, which included 2 50s, 3 wickets in 2 matches, an average of 25. 232 runs, an average of 77, which included 2 50s. He's had a pretty solid tournament, but he'll be disappointed to have got out today. As for Pakistan, Imran Khan, the joint leading wicket taker now, 13 wickets in 5 matches, an average of 12. Although he's played 6 matches, he didn't bowl against Zimbabwe, remember. He got his first 50 of the tournament today, so his average has gone up with the back to 25 now. So 125 runs in 5 innings. As for Salim Malik, he'll be disappointed to have got out, but he's still averaging 60 in the tournament. 303 runs in 6 matches, an average of 60. 303 runs in 6 matches, an average of 60. So he's had a pretty good tournament up until now. He'd be disappointed though that he didn't go on and get a big score. 5 wickets in 4 matches, an average of 23. He's proven to be quite a good all-rounder this tournament. So yeah, Sri Lanka's World Cup is over, and it's not a surprise really. They were desperately disappointed. A desperately disappointing tournament for Sri Lanka. Their batting has been very poor throughout the tournament, and considering that they're playing in conditions that suit their batsmen, for them, they've struggled throughout the tournament. Their highest total was 252 all out against Kenya. They've beaten the Minnows quite comfortably by 93 runs, I think, or 98 runs and 110 runs, respectively, Kenya and Holland. But against the Test Play Nation, they really have struggled, and they're outdone today by some brilliant spin bowling. Congratulations to Abdul Qadir, the second bowler to get a hat-trick in this World Cup and in World Cup cricket, and the second Pakistani to get a hat-trick in World Cup, a hat-trick in one-day internationals after Wasim Akram did against Sri Lanka in Karachi 5 months ago. 4 for 40, a superb effort from Abdul Qadir. He's having a pretty good tournament now. That's it for the first quarter-final. Tomorrow's match is West Indies versus Australia, a repeat of the 1975 World Cup final. If it's anything like the World Cup final, we're going to be in for something special. Australia looking to reach their first semi-final in 12 years. So West Indies looking to keep up their record, having won all their quarter-finals. All their 3 previous quarter-finals, are looking to make it a full semi-final in a row out of 4. But until then, this is me, Lawrence Howard, reporting on the 1987 World Cup being played here on Bright Line Cricket on PlayStation. Pakistan in the semi-finals. We'll see you tomorrow for Australia, West Indies versus Australia. Until then, it's bye-bye from me. Hey.